Why isn't Minneapolis, Minnesota's biggest city, the state capital? The answer goes back to rivers, railroads, and some very determined settlers. When Minnesota became a U.S. territory in 1849, most settlement was clustered along the Mississippi River, the region's lifeline for trade and travel. One small settlement, originally called Pig's Eye Landing after a notorious tavern keeper, sat at a strategic bend in the river. In 1841, a Catholic missionary renamed it St. Paul, hoping for a cleaner reputation. The early economy revolved around fur trading, river shipping, and supplying soldiers at nearby Fort Snelling. Geography mattered. St. Paul was the last easily navigable spot on the Mississippi for large riverboats, making it a natural hub for commerce and communication. When it came time to pick a capital for the new Minnesota territory, St. Paul had a decisive edge. It was accessible. Its river location made it reachable for settlers and trade. It was established. It already had a growing community and government presence. It was symbolic. Picking a thriving, centrally positioned river town helped promote settlement deeper into the territory. Other towns wanted the honor. Stillwater, St. Peter, and Mendota all lobbied hard. In fact, in 1857, just before statehood, there was a dramatic attempt to move the capital to St. Peter. Legislators voted to relocate, but the bill needed to be physically signed and enrolled. A clever St. Paul supporter literally hid the official bill, delaying it long enough for the legislative session to end, and St. Paul stayed the capital by one man's maneuver. When Minnesota officially became a state in 1858, St. Paul's status was locked in. That thwarted move to St. Peter is legendary. The enrolling clerk simply took the bill home and didn't bring it back. By the time anyone could act, the session was over. St. Peter built a grand future capital that never got used. What started as Pig's Eye Landing is now Minnesota's second largest city and the seat of state government. St. Paul is known for its grand domed capitol designed by Cass Gilbert and a skyline that mixes history with modern commerce. It anchors the Twin Cities with Minneapolis. Minneapolis became the bigger economic hub, but St. Paul remains the political and cultural heart, home to state agencies, museums, theaters, and vibrant neighborhoods along the Mississippi. Minneapolis may be bigger, but St. Paul's river routes, early start, and one clever political save made it the permanent capital of Minnesota. Next up, we'll travel south to Mississippi and learn how Jackson became the state capital.